Welcome back. And who's coming? Ooh, who are these people? Distinguished gentleman. Are you Sullivan the Fourth? A distinguished gentleman approaches the bar and sits down. While he looks similar in age to Vincent, the way he carries himself suggests more vim and vigor. Hello there, pleasure to make your acquaintance. I presume you run this fine establishment? You presume correctly. Wonderful! It's always great to meet new people. Though my reputation precedes me, I feel it is important to make introductions regardless. I am Lawrence Sullivan IV, theatre producer and director, great-grandson of Lawrence Sullivan III, and current patriarch of the venerable and well-respected Sullivan family. Wow. Our lineage is about as old as Bukovi itself. I doubt you could find a single major historical event in Bukovi's history that doesn't mention the involvement of one of my ancestors. Are you the person mentioned in the papers about the Dalians? The Lawrence Sullivan IV, famous opera producer at the Maverick. The very same! Good to see I have fans in unexpected places. A speakeasy isn't the first establishment that comes to mind when one thinks of high culture, but good art permeates all strata of Bukovi society. Sure. Would you like a drink? Why else would I frequent an illegal underground bar? Ha ha! Olivia certainly knows some interesting spots around this city. Olivia told you about this place? Yes, indeed. She told me about a fantastic portal to pre-prohibition times I could find hidden beneath Libraria. Unfortunately, due to recent events, she didn't have time to tell me exactly where to find the entrance. Fortunately, I know Vincent well enough. We've always moved in similar circles, so I simply asked him where to go, and here we are. Very good. Now then, how about that drink? What flavors do you enjoy? Now bear in mind how I look while consuming the beverage. Perhaps something simple to represent my modesty, but with a little flair as the proverbial cherry on top. Right. Right. Alright, so I would suggest not a big drink. That doesn't look good. It's either one of the smaller ones or one of these small cups. Glasses, not cups, but you know what I mean. Poison drop, ice cubes, sugary, whiskey, herbal. No. Drama queen, I would suggest. Wait, is he? Okay, he is. I guess he's also one of those distinguished people who will talk less if they are drunk. But I'm pretty sure this will be his drink, isn't it? Either this one. It couldn't be dry war, right? Because that's the same as Vincent's. And they look the nicest, I think. So I go with Drama Queen. Let's see. It's quite fitting, isn't it? He looks like Drama Queen. King. My, look at this. It has cherries even. This drink is so audaciously good. I see how you make a living of these. Ah, I knew it. I look forward to spending more time here. Olivia did well to find this place and recommend it to me. As long as the police are investigating this unfortunate incident, I can't really travel out of the city anyway. With all that said, I bid you adieu, my friend. Wait, what? Don't go. Oh, who is this? I guess he's Reese? Fashionable stranger? The stranger sits down at a bar. Their eyes narrow as they regard each person in turn before turning to face you. You're not sure if they're annoyed or if that's just their eyebrows. He doesn't look that annoyed. Rough day. The trials and tribulations that have plagued me cannot be contained with a mere 24 hours. I deem it unfairly to offload all my torment upon an innocent ear. You are refreshingly earnest. I am. My name is Reese Kenwood. I was the prop master at the Maverick Opera House. Oh, not anymore. Pleasure to meet you. After the tragedy at my former place of employment, I was told by many that I could use a drink. A blithely cheerful blonde fellow pointed me in this direction. Killian? What did you think of Killian? The human equivalent of a golden retriever in a powder pink suit. No doubt his mother thinks his looks are adequate compensation for all his other shortcomings. Definitely Killian. He did not disclose his name, unusually an essential first step when desperately trying to form a new friendship. Especially bewildering when the friendship would be between two mismatched and strange bedfellows. Goodness, I'm so sour today even I cannot stand it. I am, somehow, even more judgmental than usual this evening. I cannot quite believe this Killian fellow leapt on stage and tried to help. His lack of medical knowledge is staggering. His heart was in the right place, I suppose, but I'm not sure he knew the names or locations of any of the other organs. Oh god. Maybe a drink could help you forget. Yes, in spite of it all, Killian was right. I could use a drink. I'm very curious to see what you will serve me on this moonlit evening. Any flavors you're fond of? Something light and sweet, not too strong. Something that symbolizes a fresh start. After tonight, I want to face tomorrow with a renewed zeal. Fresh start, sweet, not too strong. Mint punch. It's fresh. Sweet. You got the same taste as Killian? Ooh. Yeah, I think that's it actually. Mint punch. That really hit the spot. Fresh yet sweet, like a new drawn in a glass. I love it. I think I'll be back. The decor is a bit bright and garnished for my taste, but there's a shabby, faded grandeur I appreciate, personified by Vincent, whose eccentric manner is occasionally amusing. You're always welcome here. Reese's mask of affected disinterest slips for a moment, and they let out a low breath, perhaps a sigh of relief. You suspect they're going through a difficult time, yeah. If you're a suspect of murder, I guess so. Perhaps I can bring my friends along. The Ravenborn Society might enjoy it here. Ravenborn Society, okay? We need a new place to discuss this month's novel. Now then, I can't stand around for too long this evening. I need to find a new job soon, and I must make sure I do not spiral into a pit of alcohol and self-pitying melancholy, as I do most Tuesdays. It's Wednesday. They put some coins on the counter, give a courteous nod, and walk off towards the exit, waving without looking back. Wait, don't go! Well, they are gone. And this, I guess, is the stagehand. Oh, I can listen in. Mr. Sullivan, I need to talk to you in an official capacity. I'm an idiot. Capacity about the recent events at the Maverick Theatre during the performance of the play you produced. Yes, very good, I say. Aren't you the detective fellow? You have a strong jawline. Detective. Have you ever acted or modeled? What? No, Mr. Sullivan, this is not the time for... I don't have much to do with the fashion world, but my cousin Maurice is looking for unusual-looking gentlemen who can showcase his three-piece suits on some billboards. I am an officer of... What do you mean unusual? He got dragged into his orbit. Oh, I meant it as a compliment, of course. Not unusual in an unappealing way. You know, distinctive, striking. Mr. Lawrence, can I ask you about some unusual events on the night of the accident? It's a jawline, so rugged. Yes, you'd make a fine leading man too, you know, if you had talent or charisma. Mr. Lawrence, can you tell me exactly where you were at? Some people will hear that they lack charisma and consider that an insult. Not me. I see true charisma all the time. And though it's essential on stage, I know that it comes not from practice or virtuous effort. Sir Sullivan, if you could please listen to my questions carefully. All I want to know is, charisma is like being tall or beautiful. Indeed, a part of physical charisma for a leading man is being tall. But what I'm really talking about is the charisma of personality. You know, the type of person who lights up a room with a smile, who makes your heart glow warm just because you are in their presence. You're not listening to me at all. I hate small talks. Small talk? We are discussing the most important aspects of a man's nature. The ability to inspire others with affection and connection. Mr. Lawrence, that's all very interesting, but if we could get back to my question about the incident during Dalliance. Ah yes, well, Dalliance relied on a strong charismatic male performer. Somewhat stiff and unlikable at first, of course, and not unlike you, but as the story progresses... Forget it, this is going nowhere. I hate the theater. Haha, good one, old fellow! You're not really good at investigating, are you, Mertens? Okay, who's this lady? An assertive young woman approaches the bar. For a brief moment she looks around, seeming to admire the decor before she takes a seat on a stool. A woman walks into the bar. It's not a bad start, huh? Uh-huh. It's the opening of one of my favorite books. Then she orders a drink. So what have you got? A fear divorce. What do you like? Something tangy, perhaps with a hint of spice. Okay, what would you like? Let's see. Tangy spice. This one? Poison drop? Okay, she's has a high tolerance, so I can give her everything. Except for the royal flush, of course. Let's see. Wait, spice chili? Oh no, are you one of those that like tomato juice? Please do not. I mean, spice could be something different as well. But let's just go with it. There you go. How do you like that? I hope you don't like it, but I'm not sure. What's this? It's good. I want to make this at home when Prohibition ends. Oh no. This venue is nice. Vincent doing a good thing here, creating a place for all of us to drink and mix. Mixed clientele, most of them aren't awful. What does that mean? Oh, don't take my cynicism too seriously. My opinion of people improves dramatically when I'm no longer sober. Thanks for the drink. Alright, let's talk. Let's talk. Well, you first. Alright. Can you tell me about Reese? Why? Are you going after them? Should I be? Reese is good at their job and doesn't suffer fools. I like that. Sure, they're not a beam of sunshine and they don't play the game, but that kind of professionalism and detachment is something that shouldn't be held against them. Reese often had flaming rows with Olivia over her lack of professionalism and general disregard for the work they delivered as a props master. I think Olivia respected Reese, maybe, but Reese had no time for divas. So what's like being a stagehand? It's a hard job. Physical. That's it? Yes. And I suppose it's great if you love working with props, backstage, paintings and such. Very fulfilling. What's it like being a bartender? Hard work and long hours. Well, you make it look easy and fun. You were listed as a stagehand on Dalliance. Can I ask about the accident? Suppose so. I have nothing to hide. Who had access to the prop room? I mean, Reese, obviously, and a few other stagehands. Stavros didn't enter the prop room during the intermission, because he was ushered away to have his makeup redone by Lawrence. Although, I did see Stavros at the prop table before the actual show. Ooh. Interesting. This would be a nice place. Oh, yeah. She has nothing more to say. Alright, do you know... Oh, wait, maybe it was... Stavros didn't want to kill himself. He just wanted to be heard by Olivia to tarnish her reputation because they broke up, and he's still hung up over that because he was blackmailed. I know everything now. First day at finding clues, and I already know the solution. Alright, let's get serious here. Did you know about Olivia and Stavros? I don't gossip about my co-workers, certainly not at a time like this. That's not who I am. Take your prying inquiries elsewhere. Alright. Okay, then what about generally the murder first? I'm not sure I'd take my theatre criticism from a young man dressed like a smoked salmon. I can't argue with that. Can't spend all my money on cocktails. Time for me to get home. Safe trip if you... Alright. Ah, finally, I thought I'd sit here and Ian. Good evening, Lawrence. What was working with Olivia and Stavros like? Alas, good partner. Only members of the industry and a few close friends of those involved are privy to such details. It seems Lawrence has to trust me more before he's willing to share these kinds of details about his work. Okay. So Dalliance was your swan song. Indeed, it was a wonderful play about tragedy and melancholy. A tour de force through the history of Tsaran society, with Olivia, Carmine and Stavros Stone back where they should be. Top billing! Both Olivia and Stavros were the stars of my first play Crossing. In some ways, Dalliance was the second part of that story. Though not linked by plot or character, the two plays were thematic siblings. In a sense, Dalliance closed the loop that began with Crossing. What are your plays about? Life, death, and everything in between. Although I don't write the stories, Dalliance was written by Gale the Winter. Although the script is important, it is the director and the producer who bring the words to life and create that magic. You can think of the script as the rails we ride on. Meanwhile, as producer and director, I both construct the locomotive and pilot it to where it needs to go. That's quite a metaphor. Well, I'm glad to help you peek behind the curtains and explain how the magic is made. Okay, we are friends now. If I can be frank with you, my friend, very much like trying to mix oil with water. As I am a veteran in this wonderful industry, I've seen my fair share of clashing egos and divas storming off in a huff. These experiences pale in comparison to what was going on between Stavros and Olivia. They managed to keep things somewhat civil in my presence, at least. It was always very tense, though. If Effie is to be believed, however, she heard both leads in a shouting match, spouting colourful profanity at each other not too long ago. Don't look into this too much, my dear friend. It is all quite common in the industry. I'd be more unnerved if there wasn't any backstage drama. Ho ho! I'm sure we have to be more friends to know about the real identity. So for now, tell me about your other place. Oh, must I? I really feel Dalliance is my defining work. Everything else has been a stepping stone, including the step. What was the step about? It was originally a Bildungsroman about a young man whose genius was curtailed by an overbearing wife. Wait, is that a word? Like, I know what it means because it's German, but is that a word in English? It's like an educational novel, if you translate it. It wasn't well reviewed, but needs must. It opened the door for better projects during the middle period slump of my career. And I think the critics often talking out of their, well, you know. Anything else? Oh, I've directed 100 plays and produced more. Give me a subject and I tell you about a play I've worked on. Bars, War, Small Orange Bee was called Batty. War. Indeed, The Long Road to Home was a play about a donkey making its way across a battlefield to find its owner. Wait, that's also a reference to a game, isn't it? With a dog? You might think a leading donkey... Oh no, maybe it's a reference to a movie. Wasn't there also one with a horse? I think. I don't really watch movies, so I don't know. You might think a leading donkey would be harder to direct than a leading man, and I would have agreed until I tried to direct Stavros Stone to work with Olivia Carmine. I've had a long career, but I am an optimist. I still believe my best work is ahead of me. I thought it was your last work. I'm sure it is. Where did the time go? I must be off. Good night, bartender. Sure. Alright, officer. Bartender. Bad mood. Can't find anything? Detective? What do you want? I'm very busy right now. Oh, you don't want a drink? You know, I never pictured you as a Nestor detective. Hugo's face immediately turns bright red upon hearing his middle name. He doesn't remain flustered for long, however, and his embarrassment turns to consternation. I'm not sure how you missed this fact, partner, but I'm not a man known for his sense of humor or patience. I couldn't resist. Told you not to dig into this case, and you decided to dig into me and my personal background instead? Yep. While I commend you on your ability to gather and collect information, my admiration is lessened by how trivial the information is. Let us move beyond these immature playground games. I'm in no mood to be mocked today. Or ever. Well, apologies, Detective Mertens. Don't most detectives work with partners? Yes. So? Told you already, I will not be working with you on this case. What about another police officer? Yes, well, that is a rather sore point. To thank you very much for bringing that up. Sorry. Please forgive me, I'm on edge. Your question is a reasonable one. The Bukovi Constabulary is a competitive environment filled with overly ambitious young men who will pat you on the back one moment and stab you in it the next. There are too many people just like me. I don't want to work with someone just like me. I want someone reliable, steady. Perhaps, if I'm honest, someone who is better with people. That's not my strongest area. Hey, there's an arrow pointing at me! A big, bright arrow. So yes, I could have a partner. I could even choose to deputize a member of the public to help me, as you know. But right now, I have to do this alone. I get it. Sure. The truth is, I had a partner once. Trevelyan was his name? Handsome fellow, smooth talker, ambitious like me, but charismatic too. What happened to him? He was my first partner and I was his. After we were assigned to the same district, we embraced. When we fired our first arrest, it felt like winning a grand prize. It seemed like nothing could stop us. But the truth is, he outshone me. He leapfrogged me for promotion and now he's dating the commissioner's daughter. When I say hello to him in the station corridor, he doesn't even look at me. Oh god. Damn. Don't worry about me, partner. There was a lesson in it for me. There's a lesson there for you too, if you want to hear it. Sure. I let Trevelyan take the lead, take the glory. I became a sidekick, a side character in my own life because I thought his success was our success. So I coasted on his achievements and didn't push myself to reach my true potential. Clever young woman once said, never dim your star to let another shine brighter. She was right. You understand what I'm saying? I think so. Good. Let's get back to our respective jobs. Well, you don't want to drink, so I can't get back to my job. Any more thoughts on how are you enjoying your time at the theater? Are you being funny with me? Yep. Huh? I hate everything about working with these people. I hate the way they speak, always dancing around the point. I hate the smell of grease paint and the dirty backstage rooms they infest. Most of all, I hate their laughter and singing and general tomfoolery. Sounds insufferable. Precisely. I'm getting nowhere. It's just so aggravating. I can't connect with them at all. I need someone who can speak to these people. Someone from their world. Or at least someone that isn't me. Me, for example? What do you mean? I know what I am, Bartender. Driven, focused, meticulous. But I also know what I'm not. A good candidate for promotion. Charming? Friendly? Very funny. I'm not prone to flights of fancy. I'm not mercurial. Fond of dramatics. All the singing and dancing and the way these theater types are so emotional. It's exhausting. Tell me, why are they always so expressive? I was not built for this much silly business. But you're fun. Please, I don't need to be mocked further. Like I said, I know what I am. I trust at least you can be serious with me. Ouch. Well, I'm glad I can perhaps talk to some suspects here, where their guard is down, though they keep slipping away from me, like eels between my fingers. I could help. It's my job to pin them down, or to grab hold of them, I guess. So just keep serving them strong drinks and let me work. I will get the information I need, or go mad trying. So, can you talk about the case at all? To my partner, yes. You are not my partner. You don't have a partner. That's correct. And why would you want to get involved anyway? Is it not better to keep your nose clean? I wanted to help. Look, I still need the bar, still need the customers here, relaxed and with their guard down. Do what you do best. Make drinks, make casual conversations, and let me do my job. Do you want 10 lays worth of free advice? Avoid Eleanor Ernest. Too late. Why? Eleanor is a liability. Press are swarming once again. This is somehow an even bigger media circus than the Dragos murder. An opera star stepped on stage in front of an audience. By the goodness, crimes don't come more high profile than this. This is my big chance to show that I'm where I'm supposed to be. To show all those doubters in the precinct that I'm the man for this job. That is exactly what I intend to do. Oh, why so quiet, Bartender? What are you scheming? It's nothing, Detective. Yes, well, very good. Any more thoughts on the BPD? Right now, I feel they are compromised. They are a compromised public service. Unwilling to give hard-working officers like me the support and resources I need to achieve success, but expecting it nonetheless. Have you always felt this way? No. In truth, I was once very naive. An exemplary officer of the Bukovi PD, the youngest detective and an outspoken evangelist for the duty, honor, and integrity of the Bukovi Constabulary. I know. I once spoke with Eleanor Ernest about the history of our esteemed PD. She had, and has, a cynical view of our purpose in our inception. I was once willing to argue with her tooth and nail that she was wrong. I would extol the virtues of our system at length, talk of honor and justice and equality, but the more I see of the force, the more I think these values are just words, no actions behind them. Damn it, Bartender. I miss Belgium. I miss a place where everything made sense and and there were rules and we followed them. There are too many shades of grey here. Rules we must follow, rules we ignore, rules we don't talk about. Was Belgium so different? Maybe. I don't know. Perhaps the whole world has changed. Sometimes I have this dream, Bartender. I should not tell you about it. Maybe another time. Can I give him clues, or will he know? Do you know that Olivia and Stavros were dating? Of course there was a lover's quarrel at some point. I could have guessed as much. It's very typical. So you didn't know? Do I strike you as the type of person that reads about celebrity gossip? I mean, if they're part of the case, then yeah. Thanks, I'll be looking into this alone. Oh, come on. Do you know They were butting heads. Believe me, I knew there was a drama. The petty squabbles between customers are just about the only thing they've shared with me. Usually in great detail, and none of it is any way useful. How is bickering between Carmine and Prop Master of any importance in this murder investigation? Maybe he could have framed her, you know? Sure, bad blood can be a strong motive, but last I checked, both of them are still alive. And although you could tell me Kenwood is a vampire at this point, and I'd be tempted to believe you. Backstage fight? I think I'm unaware that the two squabbled. Olivia clashed with rather a lot of people from what I've gathered. Sorting through all of the petty drama at work is shaving years of my life as it is. I don't need your input in this. But the one Effia mentioned sounds serious. Then I'm sure I get to hear all about it before long. It won't be from you. Do you know about the true identity? Oh, really? I must have missed the part where it said, and then you kill the lead actor on stage in the script. I don't see how the writer's identity is anyway relevant to my investigation. That's why you are a noob. And I'm the real detective here. What if it is? This is not a good use of police resources. You're free to waste your own time on pointless sleuthing, Bartender. Don't expect me to waste mine. You are an idiot. You have to look at all evidence and all clues. I warned you about investigating on your own. Stop wasting both of our time with this pointless tittle-tattle. Sorry. Okay, you don't want to talk? Then don't talk. I will talk to Elena. At least she wants my drinks. What? She doesn't want... Come on. Very good, considering what we knew from the outset about what the weapon must have been when the weapon must have been planted. That seems to rule out Stavros as a suspect. Seems a bit obvious considering he's the victim. Oh no, it's not. There's nothing obvious about it. No part of a criminal investigation is redundant, dear. You should always do your due diligence. Yeah, and Hugo doesn't know that. If he had been at a prop table during the intermission, he could have planted that weapon as easily as anyone else. You'd have to consider him a suspect. Luckily for us, he was only there before the show. Not lucky for him, though. A serious fight? That could be very damning indeed. You'd better get to the bottom of this. We need to find out what it was about. Flaming rose behind the scenes. Where was Lawrence in all of this, I wonder? It would have been his responsibility to watch out for this kind of thing. As you know, oh yeah, okay. Nothing else can be said here. Alright, I guess that's it for this day. Let's look at our clues. So many clues, but nothing really... Butting heads. Oh, wait. Was Stavros maybe planning to kill Olivia and he exchanged the prop? And then something happened that it was exchanged again. So he exchanged it at the beginning, right? And since Olivia would kill herself at the beginning of the play, that would make her being killed. So she kills herself, but then the prop was exchanged. Someone else was also planning it and then exchanged it. I don't know. just let me talk. I'm just doing whatever. We'll see. Nom the plum, time and place. Oh, I thought it would be. Okay, doesn't seem like we can get anything out of it. That means we'll see next time what we'll ask the people. I'll see you then. Bye bye.